welcome to Good Nite America. It's your girl, Ms.Burna Moreau. We got my boy Gabe the Messenger. We got my girl Brittany Lee. And tonight we're going to get into the case of this African American raised in a sundown town. Let's talk about it, y'all. Short and sweet. Let's get into it.
Okay. Well, let's start with the definition of a sundown town. Let's start there. All right. So the term sundown comes from the signs that were often posted at the town's borders, warning non-white individuals that they needed to leave the town by sunset. While some sundown towns had official ordinances, many operated under unwritten rules and societal norms that fostered an atmosphere of exclusion, typically found in the Midwest and the South.
So that says a lot.
Mhm. Mhm.
One, they
Sounds
tell me she
scary.
was very lucky to make it out.
Mhm.
Okay. This just is a crazy story. Let's explain the story. So her name is Lacey Tezino. She was raised in a sundown town. She was adopted by a guy named Michael who ran a bar in what's called, how you say that town?
Vider,
Sure.
Texas. Okay, so he
Mhm.
ran a bar. He meets her mom. She's telling him she's not ready to be a mother. She don't want the kid. They come up with an agreement to adopt the child. He takes this child in. He loves it unconditionally until he meet his demise. But her whole life was based on a lie, based on confusion. To her, her mom had passed away when she was a baby or infant due to HIV. Because, during the clip, you find out this is what they tell her. And then we don't really know why her father passed away, but he passed away while she was 6.
cancer.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. So he had cancer in his arm that spread it to his brain, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
let's just say he is a good guy, good man, because he's seen beyond the mother's skin tone, XYZ. He just know he wanted a kid, he wanted to nurture the kid, he wanted to love the kid. And that's what him and his family did do, according to Lacey herself. Still stuck on the fact is how she not know? How you not know?
Basically, all of her celebrities were of Caucasian descent. But, babe, wasn't nobody watching TV? No, they're not riding through there. We're not riding through there. She's not going to randomly come across one of us at the Walmart, invite her. She the only, nobody said anything. Nobody was like, well, I got some cousins that stay, a couple states over, and anybody could have said to her, like, baby, you not Hawaiian and Caucasian, boo. You black. Seen that ponytail, that frizzy ponytail? I said, oh, that baby that she was, but as a child, we listen to our family. What they tell us is law. And if your grandparents told you that you was a Caucasian child with a little Hawaiian, little touch of Italian, any other thing that would also be classified as Caucasian, but with a tan, is what they told her she was. And ultimately, they loved her. She wasn't abused. She was popular. She said she was prom queen. So who her peers accepted her. And I mean, all we ever really want is accept. And she had that in Biter. The only one. But she had it.
Well, I kind of feel like she was abused racially.
It's like she was abused.
Racially. Mm-hmm. You know, because that's not her, you know what I'm saying? They took away that part of her for so long.
Yeah, now she got to catch up on her roots. She got to watch Roots. She got
Toby. Uh-huh. Toby. Uh-huh. Come on, LeVar Burton. But
Y'all, I'm sorry.
You know what this reminds me of? And this may be reaching, but I'm going to say blink twice. Think about it. Forgetting is the what? Gift. And her family and those townspeople had the gift for
You
18
breaking up,
years.
boo.
And so for 18 years, they forgot
To tell
until
her.
she.
I wouldn't say she was abused though, because like Brittany said, she had a good life. Like they treated her
Yeah.
well. They made an exception for her.
They did. She was accepted. I wouldn't say that she was abused. I mean, she
No,
loved life. Now, were they wrong? Did they take something from her in a sense? Um,
Yeah.
it was her identity to an extent. Because what kind of identity would she have had in Biter if they treated her as if she was an African American in the wrong town? You know, they didn't do that to her. They treated her just like they did everybody else. She was beautiful. I mean, she seemed smart. She went to college. She had a wonderful life. Her cousins, her grandparents. She said she was spoiled. So she was the chosen one there in the town. Um, would I say she was missing out on something? I mean,
Yeah, soul food, seasoning. Okay.
well, 90s R&B.
I don't know. She was missing out on something that in a sense is kind of a necessity, but in some ways that might have been an advantage for her to learn it later in life, opposed to learning all of our struggles right at the same time. Now, if they were treating her like she was an African American, imagine the type of racial slurs they would have been saying to that baby. Is she the only one? She can't look 3 blocks down and it'd be just one more with her. It was
Mhm.
just her.
and
So
and maybe that's why they did that. Maybe they knew that, if she, you know, if they knew that she was actually black, then maybe that would have given her a harder time. So maybe they were trying to help.
Yeah,
But she missed out on
but she
Janet
did.
Jackson, Tony Braxton. I mean, the list goes on and on.
I'm just saying she had somebody. I used to watch MTV Wake Up every morning. So we was all in school listening to Green Day and Fall Out Boy along with Kanye. It was like a mix because that's what they showed in the morning. So I'm just assuming they had cable. And she could have seen somebody on the TV who looked like her. But in one of the segments, she did say, she looked on TV. That's what she saw. That's the kind of stuff that's all she saw. She never seen anything outside of us. So they did that intentionally. I don't know what channel they was watching, but
Well, it wasn't
that,
BET after
Maybe country
midnight.
music. They in Texas, country music.
what's it called? Who in the Blowfish had a black dude in there?
Oh well, yeah.
She'd be the one to
Well, who
tell
was doing
her.
her
She's
hair? I want to know who was doing her hair.
because
Who was
you
styling
know
her hair?
somebody had to put a hot comb through that now. Like her hair could take it.
She had a good grease that soaked the scalp up. The blue, the big blue tube everybody had in their house. She ain't had none of that.
No, that was it. That rose. What was it called? That rose. It was in a blue can with the rose on the top.
Yeah, but she did say, eventually, like you were saying, Brittany, she was successful throughout school. She made a lot of friends. She became homecoming queen, prom queen, you name it. So she was definitely accepted. She said she didn't realize really till she got to college and was amongst her peers, and they was like, "Girl, you do know, right?" But then she was in denial, like when she was in denial when her biological father did reach out and try to. Well, he reached out as her brother due
Oh,
to the
okay.
circumstances, but he did reach out and try to make her aware of who she was, and she was in denial then, not willing to accept that side of her at this point. reaching out to her mother had to be hard. But she said when she was at college, she decided to reach out to the woman on her birth certificate, and she did discover that she was still alive and well, and she was living in Houston. They met up, and she realized she had an older brother, and now she's getting to know that side. So how do you think this will pan out in her situation?
They ain't invited to Viter, but
I don't think she's going back to that town.
oh, that's her town. They gonna take her back. But
Not no holidays. Oh.
she got to come by herself. But I'm glad that an extended family now. She got her Viter family who love her, her cousins, aunts and uncles, and then she has her biological family, which she's blessed to still have.
I would love to be with her when she was introduced to '90s R&B. I mean,
What a time to be alive. Like, yeah.
you know,
Her college
I
friends
don't.
probably did that though. They probably introduced her to a new vibe, new feel, her culture. So initially when I heard about this story, the first thing I thought about was the Dave Chappelle skit when he was playing the blind um African American man that was also raised in the sundown town Caucasian area. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Not sure we're in the right place. We're looking for Clayton Bigsby.
Well, look no further, fella. You found me.
Because that was funny, but she actually lived it. So I'm still confused on how she really. I just can't believe it, but I want to believe it. Y'all make sure y'all go check out her book, Therapy After Mom, DIED. So I want to check out her book and see, because I think she's going into more depths about her life and upbringing there. But it was just an interesting topic. I thought it would be something fun to bring to the audience. Anything else you guys want to elaborate on this whole story? Go ahead.
Okay. So, question. So, let's say that you all found out today that you all are actually white instead of black.
I
Take it from
did.
there.
See, I did an ancestry test.
Hmm.
I will bring my report up here and show you guys. According to my ancestry test, I came out 60% African American. That's through my African roots, indigenous people, because it's like a combination of different races. 40% Caucasian, United Kingdom, Russia, France, you name it.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I
Hmm.
wouldn't think it.
I did
Hmm.
mine. Mine was 10% Caucasian, and I think it was Irish or something up in there,
I
and
had
then
that too.
Right. Hmm.
mostly Nigerian. When I seen it, I was like, I'm going to have to change my IG to Nigerian princess.
I did. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know maybe oh my gosh, I can't remember, but it's some oh gosh, British something, or I can't remember. I would have to pull those documents up. But I think, but as I've been told, and I've done some research, everyone comes from YouTube. Everyone comes from the black woman. You all are the creator of the
Mhm.
universe. You all have the
Mhm.
power. You know.
Yes.
Correct. Y'all are made of one. Y'all come from the same source.
Hmm.
Bottom
Hmm.
line, period. Point blank, period.
Hmm.
Sad and tragic that we still actually have to deal with some people who don't like people of different skin tones. Like you said, the fact of the matter, we all stem from one source. But that's all I wanted to say. I want to elaborate on that.
Yeah, I think we should go and meet Lacey. Is she like? Is she? Is she in Brooklyn now, or what? Where's she at?
I think she's still in Texas. Where she at?
I want to say something, but I'm not sure. But I mean, wherever you at, Lacey, we love you. Welcome.
Yeah, we love you. Hmm.
Welcome back.
Welcome to the family. Welcome, welcome to '90s R&B. Hmm.
Uh,
All right, you guys. Thank you for joining us. This is another episode of Good Night America.
Good night.
Good night.